One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 25. Throwing, Carr. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route.
Let it go!
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
Here's Carr to throw. Unleashes it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Carr. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Russell from the gun on third down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Got enough space. Touchdown Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Coming out with it, it's Porter. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Goes to the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Running inside. It's Williams. Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Notre Dame comes to the line, trying to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Carr got his man out of the backfield. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Carr. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. The screen, he can go. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down?
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the...
Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Irish. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
The run inside. It's Hill.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Might have a chance. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
About shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Keelan Russell using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. Pulled down for the tackle.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Now sliding to his left. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Fires to the tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly,
there's it, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. On the move, it's Walton. Got enough for the first. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in the clock.
Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. 4th down, Carr. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Russell. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. You've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down, score, and take the lead.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Hill. Got a lot of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That one will give them the lead.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. That's caught. It's Walton. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. They'll run it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Finding open. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's Carr to throw. With the catch, it's Walton. Breaks into the open. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. They'll send the back in motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Caught by Williams on the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Carr. He'll pull it down and run. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Mobley. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Gets the back moving. Finding, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Quarterback keeper.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Can't get him to the ground. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. And he got it! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much.
Maybe a crease. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got room to work. There he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Back swinging for the goal line. And they will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slipping out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes that Alabama offense. So this offense really needs to put together a drive as they've seen their lead whittled all the way down to a field goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
The defense obviously at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. On the move. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Motion from the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Snagged out of the air. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker. Let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Throwing. Carr. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming. Defense trying to rise up. This quarterback part of their running game. Could be an alley. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football on the running game. And with his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
To the air, it's Carr. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Irish! They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Throwing Russell. Release to the back. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they...
Going downfield for the big play. Ball is incomplete, falls to the turf, and that's going to do it, and it went right down to the final play. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah,